Hello guys, it is Jead and Road to the Final is here today. So let's talk about what is coming today on Friday, how to prepare for it, what to do across the weekend, including how the upgrade path is going to work. So this is the only guide you need for Road to the Final. Let's jump into it. Right, I hope you are having or have had a fantastic week. And if you want to make my week even better, then you could like, subscribe. Now, let's move into the content, right? Let's go straight into what you need to do ready for Road to the Final, because we got an Evo yesterday, and I think I've made an absolute menace already. We, of course, got a Goalkeeper Evo, never too hype, but unless you use it on Vicario. You guys know about Vicario. Some of you guys already have Evos of Vicario. We got, what is the evolution even called? Net Guardian. Basically, boys and girls, it's a Goalkeeper evolution, but the reason this one is so special is because it gives Footwork Plus and Fire Reach Plus, by far the two best Goalkeeper playstyles in the game. Although for me, outside shout for Deflector, it just seems to, I don't know, the animations of Deflector seem to be really nice. But Footwork and Fire Reach Plus, I'm putting it on Vicario. Yes, he's missing Cross Claimer, which I don't care too much about. And yes, he's missing Far Throw, so he's not got max play styles. But there's something about that yellow kitted, weird haircutted man that makes him insane in game. If you guys have played live events all year, you'll know that he's an absolute menace. So that's who I put into it. Let me know, are you putting Vicario into it? Are you putting Gadella into it? The only other popular card I've seen, because you can put pretty much any goalkeeper into it, like Marmadashvili if you like the start of the year. This guy's the only other popular card I've seen, basically because of his stats. He's great, but he also has that 99 diving. I had no clue he'd risen when I checked this the other day to 120,000 coins. If you guys remember, he was pretty much discarding packs, and he's absolutely, just look at that graph, perfectly straight up. He actually went higher in this. He went to like 130,000 coins, and basically he seems to fluctuate really nicely with Goalkeeper Evos. So if you do want to buy him in these dips you see in the next few weeks, if we get another Goalkeeper Evo, he probably spikes again, but I'm not sure we'll ever see him back to 120 or 130,000 coin price if we start getting 88, 89, and 90 Goalkeeper Evos, because of course this one was an 87. They seem to always push the Goalkeeper ones back a little bit. Don't really know why. Maybe just like a power curve reason. But him, Gadella, Vicario, someone else, maybe Marmadashvili, let me know who you put into the Goalkeeper Evo. It is free. It gives Footwork. It gives Fire Reach Plus. 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10 evolution. Again, Vicario seems nice. It's nothing crazy, but that was the evolution content we got. I would say 100% go and do that. We'll jump into what is expiring as well with evolutions. But in terms of SBCs, it's only because we got marquee matchups, but no one really cares, right? Go and do marquee matchups. Make some tradable coins, because it's one of the few sets of tradable packs we get in the game. And I'd always recommend getting the tradable coins. But the only recent SBCs that we've not spoke about in recent videos are these two, Trincao and Somerville. And we obviously got Trincao a couple of days ago. He's fine. He's actually massively upvoted on Footbin. If you didn't see this card, he's 50,000 coins and has great playstyles. Missing what? Quickstep and Pinged, but apart from that, perfect playstyles. He is really nice for 50,000 coins, but I want to be honest, like, who's using this Trincao card in the team? I don't know. I just think that after Foot Birthday, the level of cards you need to get into your team's gone up massively. But he's a nice card for 50,000 coins. You can go and complete it. We're going to jump into the UCL SBCs in a second. And my advice is going to be skip these SBCs, and I will show you why I would skip these SBCs. We got Somerville as well. He's more like 90,000 coins. First Touch Plus is a bit of a letdown, but 97 pace with Rapid and Quick Step is nice. He's got Technical with no Incisive, no Ticky, but again, that low-driven finesse. Isn't it funny how like every card that EA want to make a little bit meta is so cookie cutter? They just don't give it these 4 in the middle or these 5 in the middle. They don't give it this whipped and long ball. They don't give it, often even don't give it press proven, don't give it enforcer. Like, of course, they don't give it long throw. They just give it the same playstyles each time. The way the game's gone, it'll be like that until they remove playstyles, which they might never remove playstyles, but I think that's funny. But yeah, Somerville, I wouldn't complete either. Unless you're a West Ham fan, he might get called up to the Netherlands. I don't really like know about him and Trincao in terms of getting called up to the national team. From what I understand, they're both pretty much guaranteed to go, so that's fine. But yeah, I would avoid them. When we jump into SBCs in a second, you'll see why. They were the main bits of SBC content. We have got, again, marquee matchups and some other challenge SBCs that no one really cares about. Store packs, we've got nothing crazy new, but when we jump into leaks, there is one store pack I want to talk about. One of them is really funny, so I guess there's two. There's 2 store packs I want to talk about, which I'm sure you guys will want to see. But the store pack's nothing crazy. It's sad that this has become a main bit of content. I don't know if you guys have opened any store packs recently. Let me know. How many coins or FIFA points have you wasted in that promo pack section? Because there is a lot to waste. But already, boys and girls, we can jump into leaks. What we are here for, Road to the Final. Is it going to be a better promo than Answer the Call? Yes, in my opinion, but let's see. Let's see. We've got the cards leaked, and we've got the SBCs leaked, and we've got an evolution leaked as well. probably going to be better than Answer the Call because it's a live promo that's more relevant. It's more like soon than Answer the Call. Answer the Call's ages away for the upgrades. But yeah, let's jump into these leaks, okay? Now, the first one is, I know it's not a big picture screenshot. Everyone prefers these screenshots with big, nice pictures on, but it's a right wing, right mid evolution that seems to be leaked. If this is the Friday evolution, I don't know what you guys think, but 88 max right wing to me just seems a little bit dead. I don't know what you guys think. Surely now 89 evolutions on a Friday. You guys know Friday's like the big sort of mega evolution of the week, or at least one of them. We might get a few throughout the week, but we do 88 right mid and right wings. There is some nice cards, like Bale's up at 1.2 million coins, and some nice stuff here as well. Like, you might have a card that plays for your club. I don't know. I just feel like, why is this not 89 rated? I have no idea, to be honest. But we seem to be getting 88 max right mid, right wing. It might not come today. This might be Saturday's evolution. But it looks like it from the time that it's been leaked and everything we know. This will be today's evolution. So not really what we're here for, right? We're not going to invest any cards for that. We're not looking to trade it, honestly. We'll just look to throw someone in it. Maybe a little chain. Often when we get this, we get chain evos. I've got all that right mid Noonan. It's almost a joke at this point. I talk about him in every video. But he's a right mid. So I might try and shove him into it. But we have got better leaks than that. That is not what we're here for, of course. Now, I'm only bringing up the FUT scoreboard tweet with the packs added. For 2 packs, like I said, there's 2 packs. Now, the first one is the funny one. Look at this top left pack. Have you seen this going around on Twitter? You might have already seen a few tweets about the bronze special pack. Listen to this description. Ready? Contains 3 rare bronze player items and maybe more. I don't know what EA are doing. What do you mean, and maybe more? What sort of like... Honestly, that is... Unless the and maybe more means icons. I don't know. I don't know what the and maybe more means. Does that just mean more bronze cards? I don't know. I really, really don't. Maybe it's just something for the packs for you section. Is that going to bring people back to the game? Yeah, let's just skip over that. I don't know. You can see the rest of the packs on screen. These are often just store packs, so it's nothing crazy. Like, you've got the Hymn of Glory, UEFA, Road to the Final, Item Guarantee. These are what I call the Orzio packs. You'll see an Orzio video on them, and that'll be that. But, you know, they're there if you want to have a look at them. The other one that I do actually want to talk about, and I'm not sure whether I'm just lacking ball knowledge. I don't know if I'm missing something here. The max 88 Encore Icon player pack. I don't know. I've not seen anyone talk about it. So maybe I'm missing something, but contains 1 Encore Icon player item rated 88 or lower. That's the big thing. Rated 88 or lower. I don't think we've seen an icon pack that's, an icon pack that's like capped at a rating for a long time now. When's the last time we saw a capped icon pack? I don't know where that would be. Maybe it's an unlimited repeatable SBC. Maybe I'm waffling and this is already in a store pack. There's literally so many store packs that I actually could miss it. I have no idea. Maybe it's an objective. Now, I have no idea what the encore requirements would be, but if we just do max 88 icon, you can see some of the highest meta rating cards at the top here. There's still some nice ones for Evos. It'd be interesting if they obviously put Henry, Cruyff and Vieira and Zico. They'd be the main reason I assume they would do it, because I don't really know about the rest of them. Maybe it's other ones like some of the Champions ones. I don't know, boys. Let me know what you guys think. But if they did release this as an unlimited repeatable SBC that wasn't too expensive, would you go hunting for Ferdinand, Vieira, Cruyff, Thuram? I guess Crespo's really cheap. I don't know. Doesn't seem that crazy to me, but maybe it's something that people will go hunting for. I'm not too sure, but I just thought that was interesting because I've not seen a max icon cap pack in a long, long time. The rest of them, like I say, Orzio packs, nothing crazy, but the bronze special pack is kind of funny. Anyone going to gamble on that SBC? But what we are really here for, the official road to the final stats. Some of them are very, very average. Some of them are a lot better. This is very small. I'm not sure you guys will be able to see. We save this down and zoom, right? Look at this. Look what I can do for you guys, right? So we'll start from the top. We've got Salah, Mbappe, Dewey, Musiala, Tchouameni, Rashford, Boule, Yates. A lot of these have been leaked for a while, so you guys will have seen almost all of them, but I'll keep them scrolling through the screen just in case so you can go and see them. There are some cards I am very, very, very interested in. That is an interesting intercept. Looks like it's been dodged out. But yeah, there's some cards I'm really interested in. For example, McAllister, pinged and intercept. You guys know the GOAT playstyles for a centre mid. We've looked at those crazy stats, 90, 91, 90, 90. That is crazy, 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 crazy. I've been saying for a while on streams, anyone who uses this Sorloth card has got something wrong with them. They're the proper people who, use Gyökeres and Haaland to pretend like it's all right. That is not going to be a good card. Troy Parrott there recently let his country down, but they are going out as well. We have got Yates, Boule, Rashford. They're the top line in general as the main ones. Which card are you hunting, and why is it going to be that Mbappe card? I actually want the Salah card, leaving Liverpool. Not the biggest fan of Quick Step. I prefer Rapid, but Finesse will do it for me, so I'm going for the Salah card. I think the promo's fine. I think it's a 7 out of 10. I don't think this will be what determines the promo. Road to the Final is always a 1-week filler promo. It's live, and that is a lot of hype. We can make a lot of coins, and we talk about when we're going to buy these cards. But overall, like, we've seen this. It's nothing crazy. Hincapié looks insane because he can play centre-back with those stats, Quick Step and Bruiser, as long as he has intercept as a base, and you've got other cards like Tchouameni, he's always hype. Rashford's always hype, right? My early prediction anyway is that these cards are going to have massive, massive, massive price movements, and that's what we're going to look to take advantage of. What is probably more interesting, and has been for about 3 years now, is what we can actually get our hands on, which is SBCs and objectives, right? Now, players in the packs are great, and we're going to grind packs and try and pack some of them. Champs rewards, rival rewards, if you're still playing rivals, fair play. But this is the SBCs and objectives. Now, if you've missed any leaks over the last few days, this will be great. We have got Iniesta and Cannavaro guaranteed to come. EA are desperately trying to raise fodder. They are succeeding slightly. We're going to jump into fodder a little bit later. It's doing okay. It's doing a little bit better, which is nice. The big ones are the three at the top there. We've got Eze, Kubasi, and Lima. You can almost guarantee Hudjumland. He'll be a objective. The other three will be SBCs. I think Silas will probably be an SBC. A lot of hype, but it could be an objective. Obviously, Danny Aaron's, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's quite nice. Tielemans looks very, very nice for an underrated card as well. William Gomez has some nice stats, nice play styles. To be honest, boys, some of these are okay, but again, in my opinion, if you had to give this a score on the screen here, I would say 7 out of 10. Let me know which one of you guys are going for. I think Eze, finesse and tech, a lot of people like that. If you're an Arsenal fan, I know a lot of you guys are. You'll be going for that. I think for me, Kabase is the most hype there. I just know he's had a really nice card with his rating reloads that loads of people have evoed, so I'm going to be going for Kabase. And I might go and do Iniesta as well, but again, with Foot Birthday, how many teams does this Iniesta card get into? Like, if you actually go and check on Footbin, these cards that were once millions of coins, Foot Birthday came and it just destroyed them. He's 600, he's not even 600,000 coins, right? 600,000 coins, that Iniesta card. Cannavaro card will very, very, very soon, when we get 90 rated, become an evolution card. Iniesta, obviously not really, he's 93. But Cannavaro could actually be the better of the 2 SBCs when we get 90 rated centre-back evos, because he's got that 94 defending stat. But yeah, let me know who you are looking forward to here. I don't see fodder raising crazy amounts with some of these SBCs, but we do have some interesting leaks, or kind of half leaks, on what we could see with fodder and certain things, because it seems like EA needs to do something to raise some of the cards off the floor, off minimum price. But yeah, that is what is coming in terms of SBC and objective content. It's fine. Now, as you can see on the top right, I've got the brackets here, the Conference, the Europa, and the Champions League brackets. Now, the reason I've got this is so you guys, me and you guys, can take advantage of making some easy coins in this weekend, because we have got the road to the final upgrade path. So you've got that official Kabase card there, which you should be able to get guaranteed from an SBC. If they win or draw the quarterfinals, I have no idea why that says draw, because it is across 2 games. So I guess it means if they draw on aggregate, I can only assume if they win or draw on aggregate, they get a playstyle. They get a base playstyle. However, before we get too hyped, whenever EA give out base playstyles, and hopefully this is not the case, it normally means the cards have less in-game playstyles. For example, Kabase might have 7 in-game playstyles and 2 playstyle plus. I hope that is not the case. I hope he at least has 8 in-game playstyles and can just get a 9th. That would make way more sense. However, EA at EA sometimes. But yeah, if they win or draw the quarterfinals, again, I assume on aggregate, 1 playstyle. If they qualify for the semi-final, this is the one I really, really don't like, because it feels like that's the first big upgrade we'll see, and it's a skill move or weak foot. I think even if they change that the other way around, qualifying for the semi-finals gets them a skill move or weak foot, and again on Kabasi, which no one cares about. It could be a lot nicer on a card like Eze if he's already 4-star weak foot, or sorry, 4-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot. Him getting 5-star skills would be really nice. But for win or draw in the semi-finals, which again, we're getting a little bit far into the future there, they then get the first +1. I wish, again, it was a little bit sooner, maybe over here somewhere, but it is what it is. Qualify for the finals to get playstyle plus. That's, of course, the big one. And if they win the Champions League, a +4 with 5-star, 5-star looks to be what they go to. Although the upgrade's not there, but +4, 5-star, 5-star. Now, remember, Champions League this year is either the 29th or 30th of May. I don't know why it's not been decided. That's a bit weird, but the final apparently is 29th or 30th of May anyway. That is when we'll be getting the 96 rated cards. We go back over here. That's when we get a 96 rated Kabase. You'd already have the 3 playstyle plus just for qualifying for the final, which again, they'd qualify for the final here. It should be the 4th or the 6th of May. But once again, the problem with that is that it's when the EA do the upgrade. So you might get the upgrade on the 7th of May, or you might get the upgrade, of course, on the 15th of May, because EA are EA. And the reason I think this is worth highlighting is because if you want to know, for example, for getting the 96 rated card, we got the 30th of May last year, or what we got on the 30th of May last year, which we showed before, was the MLS team of the season, the Saudi Pro team of the season. And at this point, with 4 playstyle plus cards and every card in the whole game having 3 playstyle plus with these stats, no one really cares. So I don't think that last upgrade is what we're really after. I think there's only really 2 upgrades, or even, I guess, the playstyle plus we're really after, but mainly the +1 playstyle and the +1 here for winning or drawing the semi-finals at least could be a little bit sooner, because you can get, if you win or draw the semi-finals, it could just be one of the games. That might be what they mean. If they just mean one of the games, then at least the first semi-final will be on the 27th or 29th of April, which is a little bit sooner. But it's just one of them promos, again, where a lot of the upgrades, by the time they're out, won't be that impactful. I do think some of the cards, when they get 3 playstyle plus and 96 rated, with the stats, they will be as good as Team of the Seasons, but I just don't think they'll be crazy hyped like they could have been if the upgrades were a lot sooner. Now, we did say we'd take a look at the brackets, because obviously it does matter for the cards. For example, Arsenal card with that Hincapié and that Eze, you would think, again, anything can happen, you'd think they'd beat Sporting. They then play Barca Atleti, which is a much easier game than whatever, is going on this side of the bracket. You'd imagine Bayern beat Real, so maybe the Mbappe card is not as good as you think. Maybe PSG beat Liverpool, so that McAllister card isn't as good as you think. And I think it's just interesting to see that I think a lot of the Arsenal cards will do better, just because they're the only team here that has a favourable game, right? Barca Atleti is closer to 50-50. Real Madrid, Bayern are favourites, but it's closer to 50-50. You'd probably argue PSG is the next one. I'm a Liverpool fan, but I will happily say that, yeah, PSG are by far the favourites. So you've got that Desiree Doué card. Him and Hincapié could be two of the cards in packs that could be really nice. I do think Barcelona will be favourites over Atletico. So, for example, Rashford, has got crazy hype. He could be nice as well. But I think the bigger matchups come in the Europa League and the Conference League, basically, right? Because you've got, in the Europa League down here, you've got Aston Villa against Bologna. Now, I'm not writing off anyone in the Europa League, but these Premier League teams should really win. Nottingham Forest against Porto, much harder. Braga against Real Betis and Freiburg against Celta. I couldn't call that either way, to be honest. But the one big one there for me is Aston Villa against Bologna. I think they are a little bit of, favourites. So it means Tielemans from an SBC or an objective. But again, Sancho there in terms of being an impact card. And Sancho, yes, he's crap in real life, but the trade could be quite nice, honestly. Same with the Conference League. If we take a look, you got Palace against Fiorentina, which is hard to call. Mainz against Strasbourg. Vallecano against Athens. To be honest, a lot of these are hard to call because all of these teams suck in comparison to the Champions League. No offense, but of course, that's the way it works. So you can take a look at the bracket, see who you think is going to win. It might help us really picking cards that we think are actually going to get upgrades. But to be honest, and we'll jump into it a little bit later in terms of when we're going to buy these cards, the first bit of profit, or the first time I'm going to make coins on these cards, is nothing to do with the upgrades, and I'll explain that in a second. Actually, I talk about it now because it might make more sense, right? Basically, a lot of these, well, he's an SBC card, so let's not talk about him. A lot of these cards here, they're going to have 3 buy windows, okay? The buy windows are going to be Friday night, so tonight, right? You're going to have to stay up really late UK time to catch an absolute low, but a lot of these cards, if they get low enough, they are worth looking at tonight if you can get sort of 2 a.m., 3 a.m. UK. If you're America or someone else, maybe it's a little bit easier because that's kind of crazy. We'll be on stream, get in the Twitch streams looking at these cards in terms of prices, because we'll be calling some prices ideally that we can try and buy at. And we'll be live streaming tonight, looking at this new promo, trying to make some coins as well. Now, the second window, if that's a little bit awkward, could be Monday night. Monday night is the last sort of night of champs. We get Tuesday morning as the last, week, the last couple hours of champs, basically. So Monday night is normally great. Again, it's similar where you want to stay up like Friday night, but the last bit of supply for these cards, it'll all depend on how much they're in packs. Again, that's what we'll be checking on the Twitch stream tonight. And the last one you have to buy these is basically going to be Thursday rival rewards before they go out of packs. That is normally better for the cheaper cards there that can still do really well. So maybe a Pape Maté Sarr. I imagine Yates will be quite expensive, but maybe if Yates is on the slightly cheaper side, Gibbs White could be better. Molina could be a little outside shout for being a cheaper card who's even actually, really good as being one of the better right backs in the game. Them sort of cards are not the crazy level ones, often get lowest at rival rewards because they get more supply than some of the bigger end cards, and they get that supply at rival rewards. They could be really nice. Again, another time to buy these lower end cards is squad battle rewards, so Sunday morning. Nothing crazy. I'd prefer getting at rival rewards and then Friday and Monday night. But essentially, get yourselves in this Discord. Of course, you guys know, free Discord down below, link down below. We always have calls on these cards. You can see here the trading zips, that's where it'll be. If you want some easy calls on these cards, get yourself in there for free. We'll be looking at it across again the weekend and into the week. Best place to be. You can also drop your evolution, team advice, pack show, just basically at me in any of these channels, and I'll get back to you and have a look at your evos or packs or whatever. Nice place to be, so get yourself in there. But yeah, we'll be calling these cards, I think, Friday night, probably Monday night, maybe across the Saturday and Sunday as well. There can be buy windows on these, but it's just a lot more difficult because they will fluctuate throughout the day, but trying to, get the right time. If you miss it, they'll drop heavy because they're still in packs. There's still a weaker league supply affecting it, so you got to be careful. And yeah, we're going to jump into exactly what else the market's going to do, because I think there's a few things we can buy, basically, that's just kind of free coins right now, because that's the state of the game at the minute, where a lot of things are free coins. Before we do that, I've picked out 3 of my favorite Reddit posts, my favorite, 3 of the most important Reddit posts that you guys want to take a look at, because I'm sure you guys will have seen the state of the game conversation is going around again with big YouTubers, with people saying, oh, they're quitting, people saying, oh, the game's awful, the game's not awful. The typical conversations happen every year. So I always think when we get that, it's interesting to see where you guys are at, right? Because a lot of YouTubers and streamers, they play the game daily for a job. It's not the same as what you guys do. You play the game because you love the game. You might only play 1 or 2 days a week. It's very different, right? But I am seeing people on the Reddit, which again, is that the best place for it? I'm not sure. saying they're leaving, basically. I am seeing people saying they're leaving. I don't think that's crazy. Like, this is by far the lowest point for the game. We get Team of the Season very soon, and everyone comes back for Team of the Season, and then footies and the World Cup possibly this year. But yeah, people are leaving the game. The game was cursed from the beginning. EA saying it's time they'll heroes and believe in them just to make the worst FIFA in history. I disagree with that. I think the worst FIFA in history was last year, FC 25. Let me know what you guys think. To the cesspool game we have today. Rebounds are crazy than ever. They're not good right now, I'll be honest. They're not good. Again, don't think they're the worst than ever, but they're not good right now. AI defending is crazier than ever. Again, I just think that's been the standard the last few years. I don't think... I'm not trying to be like an EA glazer, by the way. I just don't think FC26 is the worst. I just think it's the same. But if you've played AI defending games for 2 years, it feels worse than if you've just played it in FC25, if that makes sense, right? Keepers are non-existent. I disagree with that. Again, delays insufferable. Yeah, on and off. 4-5-1 and 4-4-1-1 are broken, I do agree, but I think there's always been broken formations. I don't know what you guys think, but in FIFA 14, maybe we weren't as good as the game. I was a lot younger, so I don't know, but I think there was always broken formations, and it wasn't just now. And the worst player base enjoys using the broken mechanics, like low blocks, time wasting. The problem I have with this is, what is the alternative? That is not... A lot of people say the community is the problem, and I get it. I do get it. But if I'm in a rivals game and I'm winning 1-0 and it's a promotion game and there's 5 minutes left, I'm going to time waste. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm going to time waste. Like, I'm going to do that. And if I'm going to win a rivals game by being a low block because the guy playing is slightly better than me, I'm probably going to do that as well. I don't know. I don't know where I sit on this. I do think there's some people in the community that are shocking, but it's more the people that do things like leave it 0-0 and just intentionally create a bad place to play the game. I think this sort of stuff is fine, that you can't really have a go at it. I don't know what you guys think. And I'm planning on doing a full Reddit video soon. I've been getting asked a lot about it in the Discord, so I'm planning on doing a full Reddit video soon, but this was sort of the post that encapsulated what everyone is feeling, I think, on Reddit right now. First time ever I started playing this game. FIFA 12 was my... stopped playing this game, I guess he means, but FIFA 12 was my first. I get to this point, I can't be asked anymore. I'm going to tap out. I think my thoughts on this is that if you've been playing FIFA longer than 2 or 3 years, which will be a lot of you guys watching, I assume, I think one of the main issues is you've been playing the game so long, and that includes me, by the way. No game in the entire history of the world was designed to be played 365 days a year for 12 years straight, which sounds crazy, but if you've been playing since FIFA 14 and you've been trying to jump on every single day to enjoy the content and enjoy champs, no game in the world was designed for that, right? So without being an EA glazer, I think you've just got to be careful that is the game bad or is it boring and getting a bit monotonous? And I think they're two different things that you can try and get to the bottom of. The one thing I do hate about the game right now is the pack push. I think I did a video about it the other day. Packs and everything being in the store and all the content being non-grindable, but yes, buyable is yeah, I don't like that. But hey, on a more positive note, I saw this post. I thought you guys might relate to this. I know a lot of you guys in the Twitch streams anyway, mate. I need to stop gambling. I just want to see, has any of you guys ended up with a club like this? Because this is one of the worst degens I've seen. I've not touched hero packs this year. I think I've done 4 icon packs throughout the entire year. But I know that a lot of you guys end up with clubs like this. And this, in my opinion, makes the game way less enjoyable because you can't do any good SBCs. You can't do a lot of Evos because you, I don't know, waste players into these SBCs. If any of you guys like this, any of you guys just spam the hero packs, spam the icon packs, is that what keeps the game fun? I guess it's like your little way of doing store packs without spending money on store packs. I don't know. I know a lot of you guys will have worse ones than this as well. This won't even be the worst one. But basically just having unlimited crappy heroes and unlimited crappy icons. Because these, especially the hero packs, the icon packs seem to be okay. But especially the hero packs seem to have the worst weight out of anything I've ever seen, pretty much ever. And this post, this, in my opinion, is the best one to talk about the current state of the game because it kind of captures both sides. Genuinely worst promo ever. Anyone else just sit out? All I did was grind rivals on my main and alt, which again, as someone pointed out, having a main and alt if you're not like a streamer, I think it's pretty crazy. Oh, but holy shit, useless promo. Don't even get me started on those mid rewards. Basically, I do agree with one thing. This promo has been awful. And if you didn't know, EA, let me get paint up, right? Okay, lovely paint graph. EA do their promos like this every single year, right? It's going to make a lot of sense, trust me. They're going to make a lot of sense. EA do this every single year with promos. It could be a better graph to represent this, but this is how they do it, right? They always have a baseline, which you can see kind of this line here. They always have a baseline, and then they always have these spikes here. It's EA's way of trying to get you to spend more money on the game. They think, and whether it's true or not, I don't know. It must work. I mean, they're a successful company. Essentially here, you got Team of the Season, TOTS, Winter Wildcards, Foot Birthday, Black Friday, Thunderstruck, right? That's what all these lines are. So you have a regular promo, which is like, you know, Unbreakables, Time Warp, Knockout Royalty, and then they hit you with a crazy promo, right? And the reason they do this is, if the line was not like that, if the line was here, right, that top line, and every promo is this level, then it would actually be the exact same as if they had the line down here. EA need to create like sort of up and downs, otherwise that's how people's brain works, right? Dopamine. So what they do is, there was a reason answer the call, which is depressing by the way, but there was a reason answer the call was on this line down here. It's because they then want to get your brain, hopefully with Road to the Final, but to be honest, I think Road to the Final could be another baseline promo, and then we could get Trophy Titans, as we might be like a slight, increase, a little bit of dopamine, but they're obviously hoping for Team of the Season, right, where they want everyone to spend packs. EA do filler promos on purpose. It sounds like stupid conspiracy theory stuff. No, they do filler promos on purpose so that when we get a good promo, your brain dopamine starts dingling and then you open loads of packs, they make loads of money. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it, right? That is the whole point. So, when people are saying like, oh my God, was this not the worst promo ever? Yes, it was designed to be the worst promo ever, coming after Foot Birthday. They did it on purpose. Foot Birthday was great, literally the best promo of the year. And then EA go, well, if we just do another great promo of the year, people have already spent all the money on Foot Birthday. Let's let them save some pounds again, save their dollars, and then they'll spend it on like when we next do a big dopamine promo. So, if you ever noticed that throughout the years, yes, it's by design. They do it on purpose. I think a lot of people know that by now. And that's why I want to highlight this. Every promo to TOTS will be filler, and that's the whole point, right? That is literally the whole point. TOTS, we could see something crazy. Could we see a Foot Birthday style TOTS where you can pick your play styles? In my opinion, no. I just think TOTS will be a cookie cutter. And I actually have predictions that TOTS is going to be a little bit depressing because everyone wants TOTS to save the game. And it'll just be the same as it always is, where yes, you get Team of the Season in rewards. The picks aren't great. You have to get a lot of wins in champs to even be, get anywhere near decent rewards. Rank 1 doesn't even give out too many cards. That's my prediction. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully it's crazy. But I think this was the biggest post to highlight why the state of the game feels so stale right now. Okay, investments, trading. What can we do? Because we're on 10.5 million coins. I've been very busy moving into the new house, me and Taylor, recently, boys and girls. So obviously, as you can see, not actually that many trades since we last spoke. That's why I've been going for higher tier cards. If you guys are on the stream, you saw we bought the Future Stars Pele at 5.8 million coins. So we made about 200,000 coins, I think 210,000 coins on this Pele, which is fine, less than 5%, but to be honest, 210,000 coins of profit in one card saves me then going and buying loads of other cards when I've been really busy recently. And we bought a Mia Ham for 700,000 coins and sold her for 840s. That one was a lot nicer. But yeah, this is just to highlight two things. One, we're going to jump into some investments in a second, which are very easy. I've not bought anything just yet because, again, time, but we'll highlight one or two things that's really easily. But two, flips are still great right now. The market will be absolutely fine, in my opinion, until Team of the Season. Now, that is not for every card. Some cards will spike and dip massively if they get an SBC in their position or something like that, right? But generally, if you are someone who wants to trade, trading's been really, really stable. I wouldn't say easy. The game's been a bit meh, but it's been really stable for a while. You make a lot of flips on a lot of high-end cards, or low-end cards, by the way. I'm showing you high-end cards because it's my budget. A lot of this crap works for, the low-end cards. We talk about it in the Discord. We talk about it in the Twitch. We talk about it here. There's a lot of cards that work like this, but there is some nice investments we can make just because we know what's coming. Basically, boys, in terms of fodder, I would leave it. We did 85 this week, and we'll do them again next week. They were so easy. I think the rise this week was about 2.2 thousand coins, was it? I think they got to as a low, and they went up to like 3.7 thousand coins. Nearly a coin doubler, right? If you did on bids, probably a coin doubler. Absolutely crazy, right? We'll be doing 85s again this week. 87s are lower than 85s, or 86s are. 87s are the same price, which is funny. EA being, not EA, but the community being the community. If you are doing your provisions upgrades, just use 86s. They're often not only cheaper, but like easier to buy as well, because there's less people looking at them. But fodder, like we said before, has started to rise slightly. Is there leaks going around in the Discords? Probably not, because it's not rising that much. Maybe people are just seeing the SBCs here and thinking that Iniesta, Cannavaro, Eze, etc. will rise these cards a little bit. I'm not too fussed. If you guys want to get involved in high-end fodder, we would need some really good SBCs. What I would say is, we essentially have a leak, and I don't even know what the SBC is, but from what I'm hearing is that basically Team of the Weeks are going to rise. So that's crazy, right? Team of the Weeks are going to rise. Probably means we get some sort of repeatable gamble SBC. Could we even see one of those party bags where we get SBC cards again? Maybe. I've not seen that leaked yet, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, but Team of the Weeks look like they're already on the way up. Discords look like they've already started to call them. They're 11,750, sitting pretty comfortably. I would say if you can get any Team of the Week, 85 rated and higher, if you can get them probably for maximum 11,000 coins, you could go up to 11,250. If you're struggling on bids, you could go up to 11,250. But just know, these cards obviously get a lot of weekend league supply, and we're going to get that as soon as tonight, right? So it is a little bit riskier the higher you buy, because if you buy at 11 and below for these 85, 86, and 87 Team of the Weeks, you can always sell them on for lazies at 12 and 13k and make coins no matter what they are. So I would say maximum I'd do is 11,250, but try and get 11k. Try and avoid the 84 rated ones. Try and stick to all these 85 and above rated ones that are in the current Team of the Weeks. Ideally 87s. I'd actually say if you want a little bit of a safety barrier, get 87s, because they always rise 1,000 coins or so higher than the other 86s and 85s anyway. But yeah, if I was going to call one card this week, boys, it looks like it's going to be Team of the Weeks. Trading leaks is what it is. It's sad because that's where the game is right now. I hate it, but at the end of the day, other people will. If you don't beat them, you have to join them, sadly. So yeah, Team of the Week's about 11,000, 11,250 is probably the safe all-in, and we'll do 85s again this weekend. And of course, we'll be looking at these cards for all-ins or just trading in general. Come tonight, come Sunday stream, looking into Sunday night go Monday into Monday night and arrive rewards like we spoke about earlier. But yeah, boys, thank you for watching. Leave a like if these videos do help. It helps push it, which is great. If you're new, subscribe. We'll be doing content across Road to the Final, which again, I'm a little bit hyped for. It is a live promo at the end of the day. Nothing crazy, but we're getting prepped basically for team of the season. And yeah, like always, until next time, I'll see you all in a